Right, good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Andrew. And here we are, we're at Ulthwaite Bridge. We found our parking spot, which was unoccupied, luckily. And we're going to go over Ulthwaite Bridge, and then we're going to strike off in this sort of northwesterly direction up the fell side. Up and up and up. I don't think there's too many points to give us any assistance. And then we get to the Sheepfold, it says. And we pick up another path coming south. Some more sheepfolds. We go past Michaelmas, and we eventually come to High House, where there are a few paths meet, and we continue south as far as Grassgarth. And when we get to Grassgarth, there is a little hamlet. We then bear east to Hugill Hall, and then that's where we come north to the heights, round past this Williamson's monument on Hugill Fell, and eventually we come to Browfoot and back to Ulthwaite Bridge. And I believe it's about 5.5 miles.
Looks like a new walk.
It's not got any descriptions on it.
Okay, and like in Edie Blyton's story, we're the famous 5 today. There's only 5 of us out, various reasons. It's supposed to be throwing it down. At the moment it's just grey. We've come through some glorious weather. It's howled it down overnight, so there could be some tree damage about. We're in the Kempnere Valley, just to the northeast of Staveley, off the main road between Kendal and Windermere, and we're looking for a good day. Let's see how we go. So straight off the road, on a little track now, little farm track going over the river, and I'm guessing this is the River Kent. And then we're heading, as Peter said, northeasterly direction. And as you can see from the river here, there's a lot of water come down overnight. It really is running as that one. I'd like to be caught in that. So I said it wasn't so warm this morning, and here's the after effects at the higher Kentmere Valley of last night's rain. It's actually snow up there. So I think as we get a bit further round, if we get any further views of more into the lakes towards Helvellyn and across to the western lakes to Coniston, there'll probably be some more white stuff about. Spring lambs are out. They'll have felt the cold last night.
How old are they, Eddie? How old are you? Probably a week, 10 days, yeah.
As Eddie said, they'll be running around the mum last night. Mum, keep me warm.
No, well, they'll be.
Well, the path god's been kind to us today. We've just come off that lane that we were on before, and here we are heading upwards now. Very well defined path, so we're making some good progress today. Still grey, it's cold, very chilly wind about. It's not much above 5 or 6 degrees, I don't think, so all wrapped up. So this is the top of the valley again. You see the snow-covered one going under the cloud. I don't think the snow will be around for long. Yeah. There we go. John's just done a little jump across there. Sadly his little legs won't allow him to do what the rest of us could do, which was just step across the stepping stones like that. Because this is pretty full now, this little beck, again with the wind and rain. I don't know whether those are last night, but I don't think trees should grow horizontally like that. This is just by the beck that we crossed, and this is a shepherd's hut where they come and live in lambing time. And then we've just come off that metalled path, or gravel path, and we're going through the bracken fields just along this track that's still well defined, still good for us to walk on, and so we're making good progress. Skylark, apparently Peter was listening to then, and now that's the path we've come up, and the trees on the left, the part of the valley you can just make out the gap between the trees here, the shepherd's cottage. So this is one of the benefits of having the camera, that you can drop to the back on the pretext of filming something, just to see how everybody gets across this bit of water that we're coming up to now. According to the map, these are fords. Yeah, I suppose you might just about drive through them, but there needs to be a little bit less water. It's running fast because of the rain last night. Switch off now, or else I'll fall in with the camera and get that wet. So it's heavy first. This will cause no problems to a man of his calibre. Yeah, look at that, easy. Nice Neil. Neil at the hurdle. And he's over, not a problem. And finally, Peter. There you go, everybody across and no faults. So now we're almost at the top of the walk. We've reached the cutback path, and a lot of us recognise this from a walk we did last year, but we started further up the Kentmere Valley, which is down there. We started over the top of the green bit there, and we contoured this side of the snow-capped one through these fields here, and then we walked along this path last year. Still a very well trodden path, very clearly defined. It's damp, but it's not boggy and excessive caution needed. It's just a good walk at the moment. It's lovely. Sadly we can't see right across there to our favourite place, the bay, and we can't see across to Coniston yet. We'll have to see whether these dark grey ones just clear off. Wind's coming from this picture from about 10-2, so sort of that direction, which is gratifying that there's some white cloud there. If it were coming from that direction, I think we'd be a little bit more worried that we were going to get very wet. It's very exposed, there's not much shelter. It would be a bit grim if it was rain, because this wind is going to driving into our face for quite a distance now. But we're plodding on, the famous five are carrying on, and you need Blighton to be proud of us. I think this one's a temporary orphan at the moment. You know, she's making a lot of noise, lost the mum. You're going to have to walk a bit and find her, I think. I don't think she's come over this fence. We'll see, she'll be coming soon. Look at this beauty here on the fence. Just sat there. watching for. What he's looking for is a beautiful bird. I don't know what it is, whether it's a hawk or a kestrel. It's a big one. And he's just surveying all that he can see. Looking for his lunch, no doubt. Beauty. For those of you that are thinking that we abandoned the lamb, we found a farmer. We've told him he'd rounded them all up and taken them in for the night last night. And they'd obviously one had escaped, so he'd gone looking for that lamb to bring it back to his mum. Well, we forsook 11s and we just stopped for lunch. We found somewhere sheltered because we thought the weather was coming in. We just waterproofed up, and sure enough it has come in, but it's not coming as rain, it's coming as snow and a bit of hail you can hear battering against me. So what more you'll see video wise today, I don't know. This looks like it's set, the weather forecast was for this all day here, so we'll see, but it's not good at the moment. But we've lunched, so it's abated a little bit. The snow's gone, still raining. The field of Herdwick
next year.
Sheep over there, big boys are those. And we're just coming along this track, which like I say is like a drover's track almost, where they would drive the cattle from north to south, but I don't think they came this way. And as you can see over there, you can see through all the raindrops on the lens, that was our snow-covered hill from this morning, and it's just got a little bit more on it. Not a lot, but a little bit. Just at our last little bit now, down to Ulthwaite Bridge, half a mile back towards the cars. So we parked them. It's lovely lichen on these little walls, beautiful. Little beck down at the bottom flowing very hastily with all the overnight rain. And we're going down here and crossing that beck and then following the river back up the Kent Valley. We've just come down through our own boot buddy, which is a big puddle on the ground to clean our boots. They're all lovely and clean now, and they're certainly not dry. Little stream, and then a little Lake District Bridge. Lovely little structure. Nearly back at the cars, I hope. It's been a long day, is this? We came over that little Lakeland Bridge, back up the track, back up here, back to the road, and back to the car. And I think we're rather pleased to be back here today. It's been a good walk, cold, wet, snowy, but we've got through. Oh, and windy, yeah, sorry Eddie. And we'll see you next week when we're at Settle.